Paranoia, representing Domestic Ape Queens, Stream Masters, New York City. You know what time it is. Well, it was more like actually just, destiny finding you. I didn't really choose to be a full-time dancer or a full-time b-boy. I just loved doing it, and at the time it was the thing to do, from especially the hood I come from. A lot of the crews that you would know now came from where I come from. So we were just kids doing a ghetto dance, a ghetto game, and then it became serious through, being competitive towards each other and actually knowing the culture. And then once you were in, I was in. So basically, my destiny found me, you could say. My prison family, well, it was always very, important for them to support me. My mom supported me when I was young, but then as I started actually gradually becoming more of my passion, more finding myself, she kind of stepped back because they wanted me to pursue, more traditional, values as far as a big-time job, a career. But as far as everything else, I think I pretty much handled that part of my life and kept consistent to actually becoming and doing what I wanted to do, just dance. Like, of being a full-time b-boy towards who?
To yourself, like the road you went to.
Oh well, definitely. I mean, it basically shaped me to be the man and the person I became to this day. It taught me to be humble, work hard, and make sure I appreciated everything else before I came, and actually made me appreciate the younger youth as far as me giving something back to the community. And it made me at least feel part of my community finally. You come from different places, we all come from different places. I come from a different town, you come from a different town, but we have one certain, unity. So that definitely taught me to feel like I belonged and I was responsible for something more than just myself and my well-being. Adversities, well, injuries are always one. That's never cool. You bust your ass constantly, you're always hurting yourself. It's either, if it isn't a swelled wrist, it's a hurt knee. And, life doesn't stop no matter who you are. You bust your ass in one jam tomorrow, you gotta work the next day, and nobody wanna hear nothing about you hurting yourself. So, you definitely gotta always overcome those kind of struggles. And then as far as financial, struggles, it's always important thing to remember where you come from, because I remember at a time when I should have been actually, working and getting on my grind, I was always dancing and trying to make money off of competition or something real quick. But that's when I was younger, when I was more like just, trying to understand what this whole thing was about. So, adversities, it comes hand in hand with what we do, break. It's alright. They can do whatever they want, As far as everything else, we're not here, at least I'm not here, to make anybody change their differences or point of views on what I do. Because in my perception, it's what's the most important thing. As long as I love what I do and I respect what I do, I'm going to bump into, or I'm going to gravitate towards the people who do the same. So, in life, if there's a group of people, or life, there's groups that are negative towards what I do or dislike what I do, I'm not going to be really around that. I'm going to be around the people that I surround myself, people who find it the same way, see it in the same level, and then we're going to share that common bond. Whether we like each other or not, there's always that one thing that we love to dance. Today, you're going to beat me, I'm going to beat you, but the common ground is that we both dance. So don't worry about the rest of the people. In life, we come together. Everybody else, they just take up space. I mean, as far as the dance itself and our culture, it's hard to say where I'm going to see break in 10 years from now. Because if I go back 10 years, when I first started, I would say you wanted to see it in TV, you wanted to see it in music videos, but then you see it now, and it's like, it's there, and it's really not doing anything for as far as the real community and where we come from, because it's a dance, there's only so much you can do with it. As long as we put ourselves in a situation to keep inspiring young people, keep inspiring people to dance, and have our community, be unicycle with its environment, then we're good. We're good. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If I get to say my honest opinion, I'd rather break and stay underground where it belongs, you know, because the media machine will always do what it does. I'm not blaming that. You know, I was in stuff, I did my thing too as far as that. You know, I've done TV shows, I've been in the limelight for a little bit, so I'm not going to knock that. But it needs to stay raw. It needs to be able to coexist with your regular life, and that's what makes it so special. So to me, I don't know where it's gonna go. Where I want it to stay raw, underground, me, you know, that way we can all work, do our 9 to 5, and then take off that tie, and then go battle somebody. And then on Monday, I'll clock back in, and I'll do the regular thing. So, you know, that's why, to me, like, I'd rather just stay special, underground, keep it raw. For me and you. Well, to improve, well, it depends on what you're really looking for and you're seeking. To me, I really don't ever see things like improving, you know, because there's nothing really there I see wrong with it. As far as like, I don't want to reflect on what we talked about earlier, but you know, if you're looking for the limelight, you're looking for fame, well, you know, that's your own journey. If you're in there to be a part of something, to have community, to make sure that you put yourself and you test yourself in something you love and passion, then just, you know, keep dancing. Just try to be positive. Learn from the things that happened before. You know what I mean? As far as bringing up the younger youth. You know, not pamper nobody, obviously, because this shit is raw. It's official. But make sure that you know the difference between pushing people away and letting them know what's up. You know, there's a balance between everything. When I was younger, it was real kind of crazy to just learn how to break. You know, like I couldn't just go and do a chair and a backspin because that was somebody else's, a legend's move, and I had to be real careful. It was like walking on eggshells. But nowadays, you know, it's become something that's worldwide, and the world does it. So we really have to just make sure that we welcome everybody who's involved or everybody who wants to do it, especially the youth, but let them know how to do it right and teach them the real way. Don't be fake with them, you know, like this is the way it is. If you take it any other way, that's on y'all, but at least we could just represent the right way, and then, you know, keep inspiring the youth, and that's to me the most important thing. Without them, there's no future. So what?
How do you motivate yourself?
Oh, motivate myself, I mean, keep around my crew, keep around good people, keep around good crews that are inspiring, you know. As far as like, as far as me, I love what I do, you know. I've loved this since I was a kid. It's the same motivation, you know. I wake up in the morning, the first thing I want to do is break. At night, that's the last thing I think about, you know what I'm saying? But motivation to me is surrounding myself against good people who have a great balance on things and a good grip on life. You know, you got everything else and plus that, because breaking and b-boying to me is passion. It's what I do. I don't do it for no reason. I do it because I want to do it. So to me, the most positive thing I can think about, or the most energetic thing I can think about to fuel myself, is keep surrounding myself around positive youth, young youth. Whoever's been in it for a while, like if you've been in it for a while, then I'm gonna be around you. If you keep doing it and you're still doing it hard, then I'm just gonna keep rolling with you. That way, I fuel you, you fuel me, and then together we keep pushing each other. You know, motivation. Well, as far as Paranoia, you know, the dancer, the b-boy, well, just keep it real. That's what I'm saying, basically. You know, I'm human like everybody else, and when I leave my house, remember, I leave it to have a great day. I don't try to bring negativity nowhere, you know. Hostility sometimes comes with the game, you know. Basically, it's just like a competitive sport. To me, well, it's not a sport, it's a dance, but it's very competitive, because it's in my nature. I used to play varsity, you know, sports, so it is what it is. Just keep it real, you know. Come up to me. If I do something you like, just say it, you know. If you do something like, I'm gonna say it, you know. If I'm in a jam and I'm trying to like get my, you know, circles in and represent, that's all that is. At the end of the day, there's no difference between me, you, or anybody else. I live my life like everyone else, you live yours, and then we come together, we get down, and that's all that is. So just, you know, just keep it real, keep it humble. I'm like everyone else. I want to meet new people, I want to vibe with people, simple as that. Advice, right? Yeah. Like as far as for upcoming dancers, you would say.
Yeah.
Well, you know, just keep pushing it. You know what I'm saying? You know, just don't stop. Don't meet any dead end roads. You know, don't listen to nobody but yourself. You know, just keep going with your intuition. You know, a lot of times people will tell you what they see, but they don't know what you're going through. They don't know who you are. You know, dance is a representation of what we are and what we go through at certain times. Sometimes your dance might be mad happy, good shit's going through your life. Sometimes your dance is very aggressive because things is not going too well. So just keep doing you and keep an open mind. Try to embrace what's really going on. Remember, there is Olympics, there is sports, you know. This is a culture, a dance that was created in the streets. It's really just like that. So just be open-minded and know that if you want to be a part of something, you can be a part of something. Breaking is, that's what, you don't need a credit card, you don't need money, and you don't need a membership. All you need is to have heart and be willing to understand what you're getting yourself into. Don't just come in here and try to conquer something, because you can't conquer anything, because this belongs to everyone. It belongs to me, it belongs to you, it belongs to whoever wants to hold it down and carry on tradition. So that's the only thing I would say, you know. Just be like that. Be mindful what you're getting yourself into and understand that culture runs deep, you know. It was important in the past to do so, it was important in the present, and it will be important in the future to always know where you come from and build a foundation and build up from there. That's my only advice. As far as anything else, represent your dance. You want to change it up a little, you want to spin 100 times in your head, you want to look a little crazy, go ahead. But as far as you know what you're doing and you're well grounded and you know who came before you and did the same struggles you did in order for you to be in that canvas, be on that floor, then it's straight. It's all fair game, you know. So God bless whoever. Well, I like to give shout out to my crew, first of all, you know, Domestic Games, Yaya, Abigail, The Real, you know what time it is. Shout outs to the Street Masters, Elmo especially, my inspirations, the whole chapter. I like to give out shout outs to Queens, Brooklyn, New York, Staten Island, all of y'all guys. Don't want to mention too much crews, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Shout out to MBK, Jersey, Zebra Mob, you know, the whole thing. Kuda Culture especially, you know, representing right now. And to my boy Enigma, who's making it possible for me to point at you people.